So, last session, having survived the army onslaught of the evil lich, uh, the group came back to the capital and were kind of honored as local heroes, each of them being granted a house and minor celebrityness.
Yeah.
And a couple months later, have finally been either fulfilled their contract, freed of their served their time, or acquitted of their crimes, are now set in a loop of what they want to do next. The first thing they decided to do was go on a little pub crawl the night before. And now we join them in the next morning. But first, Victor, you have a strange dream that night. You're kind
I
of
love strange dreams.
going through the mountains. You come across a hut in the middle of a kind of snowy area, and you hear talking coming from inside of it.
First off, before we continue, I want to know if Victor can I make an intelligence check just to see if he can realize he's dreaming right now.
Go ahead.
Nope, I don't think a 7 will do it.
Yeah, you must have had a lot to drink because it got really cold. And you don't know how you got here.
Damn it, not again. I swear, I need to be careful where where I wander off or when I'm drunk. So I go. So not really seeing anything out of the blue. He's gonna go towards the cabin door and try and overhear before just barging in.
You hear people talking. Hear people what sounds like they're munching on food, talking about some of the battles they had over the course. They kind of looks like a Viking longhouse would be the best way to describe it. You hear like glasses clanging together. Sounds like people chugging down beers, stuff like that.
Peter's going to politely knock on the door. If he wants some more of the hair without the venom.
You hear someone yell from the inside. Ah, come to join the feast, have you, brother? Come on in.
Yeah, sure. Let's go with that. And he slams the door open.
You are greeted to a big, giant table just covered in food. There's like full roasted pigs on it. Few bunch of racks of like probably assumedly cow ribs. Few chickens, turkeys, just food everywhere, drink everywhere. Give me a perception check.
Sure thing. Perception. Where are you? There you are. 20.
Sitting at the head of the table, you see a man that looks familiar to you. He's considerably older than what you remember him as. He's got a beard on him. Just a second here. Skull, you should have gotten a DM there if you want to read that quick.
Sure thing. As soon as Give me a minute. I need to see where. See DM notes. Yeah, sometimes I am just dumb as a sack of hair. Okay, DM notes. Where would that be? Oh, that's right. I just realized. Again, I'm an idiot.
Victor, what's going on? What brings you all the way up to my mountain?
Yeah, I must be crazy because I can't see a note anywhere.
What are you crazy about?
No, I cannot see a DM note anywhere on any of my.
Oh, I didn't send it to you. I sent it to Skull.
Oh. Oh, okay. I'm sorry. Yeah, yeah. Where's my brain today? Could you repeat that, Skull?
Victor, how's it going? What brings you up to my mountain and to this glorious feast?
Victor looks over, squinting, like, "Why? Why do you sound so?" He can't. I don't think he can make. Can he make out who exactly is talking to him?
When you do another intelligence check, when you heard him talk to you, the voice is familiar. I was gonna say this was with advantage because the voice is familiar. Yeah, it's Mountain Blood. He looks about 30 years older. Kind of got a beard on him. Kind of looks like Kratos in a way.
Mountain Blood, my old friend. Didn't think I left you behind. That's in. What were you just? How'd you get here?
Oh, this is my mountain. This is where my clan has been.
You hear a younger looking Goliath kind of go up to him. Father, who is this man? Do you know him?
Ah, son, this is an old friend of mine that I went on a great adventure with. His name is Victor.
Ah, the great Victor. It's an honor to meet you, good sir. Here, have a seat and join us in our feast.
Oh, thank you kindly. And he'll take a seat down, just kind of basking in the revelry.
Boy, sit down.
So you see another one that looks to be a more middle-aged one. So, tell us of your adventures and your fights that you had with our clan leader here. We'd love to hear him in person from the man that experienced with them.
Well, let's see. What would be my favorite? Let's see, no, not that one. Oh, I know. Do you remember when we fought? You remember when we fought the undead? Hey, outside that town of Octurus.
Of course I do. I was there after all.
Yeah, well, it's been some time. Chat. So Victor will go on regaling of how they met they met the traitor who had betrayed the town, how they fought the undead and protect the only lives there, and got to flip off the the lich, and who led the whole army.
Oh, that was a good time.
Yeah, I gotta admit, it feels weird trying like surviving so many of our escapades. Feels like how many times have we skirted death? Like more times than I can count. Am I right?
So 8.
Yeah. It's eight. Thank you, random voice. Thank you, random laugh. Yes, 8 sounds about right. I was hoping to be. I don't know. I always feared there'd be a lot more or a lot less. In a strange way. A lot more, like, 'cause I wish, because I want to have more great stories to tell. And a lot less, because this one over here always kept throwing me into yet another situation that was gonna get me killed. It's only a matter of time. Fortunately, we're too clever. We're too clever for whatever death has to fling at us.
And how many different times have I gone in head first without thinking, and nearly got myself offed because of it?
That's the thing. You're always the kind of person to leap before you look, but at the same time, you always know how to land on your feet in the end.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's probably your best quality.
But those times are long gone for me. I'm more focused on my family. It's been good to me.
Victor taking a nice long swig. Yeah, I get. I guess all good things must come to an end. But I am kind of glad you managed to settle down. But not exactly if Victor would stretch out. Not exactly the kind of life for me. I've always had big plans. You see, trying to get as far as I can before anyone can stop me.
So, what have you been up to in these recent times?
Victor would actually try and think about what has he been up to.
Nothing comes to mind.
Oh, a little bit of this, a little bit of that.
Yeah, staying out of trouble.
Yeah, no.
Well, of
I
course.
doubt that.
Classic Victor.
Well, you know how it is. Trouble always seems to find me.
You hear one of the other Goliaths in the room say, well, toast to the old friendship of the chief and Victor. Everyone raises their glasses. You raise yours with them?
Yes.
Yep.
Okay, everyone does the clang together. Upon the clanging together, you wake up, sitting on the floor in your room. In your clothes that you were wearing the night before, your head is pounding, and you're not sure how you got here.
Victor is just gonna swear for a few minutes, and cautiously think to himself, "Man, I really gotta lay off the booze. I swear, that's the last time I'm doing this." But he knows it's heart of hearts. That's a lie. That's wholeheartedly a lie. So he's going to just.
Doing this again, he lied as naturally as he breathed.
So Victor would pull himself off the floor groggily, try and find a mirror or some kind of something to look at himself to see exactly how disgusting he looks and how much he needs to clean up.
You do have a mirror kind of in that room.
Ah. Go over.
There's a goat in your room. That room.
Oh God, not a goat. That's usually bad.
Mm.
It's chewing on something. You're not sure what.
So they're just gonna find. You'll probably in a mirror who have like a bowl of water, of cold water, just splash himself in the face for a bit, try and wake himself up. Look back at the goat. All right, what are you? Why is there a goat? Why is there always a goat? Goes over and sees what he's going on.
What'd you say? You kind of cut out there.
Uh, Victor would splash himself off, wake himself up, complain about why is there always a goat whenever these sort of things happen. Then goes over and checks on the goat and see what it's nibbling on.
Apparently, you just noticed there's a little bowl of like some grass and water on the floor for him.
Well, at least somebody thought to be thoughtful for the goat. Deal with that later. So on to the second line of business.
Give
Victor
me a
checks the gold
quick
on him.
perception check.
Sure. Come on, get over. 18.
You hear something coming from your bedroom. Some noise, like someone rustling around in there.
Peekaboo.
Victor would. Let's see. I'm assuming he doesn't have his weapons on him, correct?
No, you don't seem to have them on you right now.
Victor would summon his battle axe to his hand before going over to his bedroom.
Okay.
You distant crashing and glass breaking as it flies towards him.
Actually, good question. I need to check to see if it teleports to his hand or does it actually fly?
It teleports into your hand.
Yeah, just goes boop, into existence. All right.
Sometime during the pub crawl, you banish it to its pocket dimension.
I love magic. Anywho, Victor goes over to the door and kind of pierces his head quietly through.
You see Merope kind of getting out of the bed and stretching.
Puts the axe down. Oh, hey, Merope.
Ugh.
Did we? Just for clarity's sake. Or did I just offer a bed for the night?
Yeah, you kind of passed out in your dining room, kitchen, whatever you want to call it over there. Said I could stay here so I didn't have to walk all the way back to my house last night, but you were more drunk than I was, so whatever.
Well, at least glad to see I was a proper gentleman through and through. Speaking of which, why is there a goat in my living room?
He looks confused. You know, you were more drunk than me, but I don't remember either.
Oh boy.
Ah, jeez. Fantastic. Anywho, you want me to get some water or something, or some coffee? I think they have coffee here somewhere.
Yeah, water's fine. That's better for preventing hangovers.
Alright.
Or helping hangovers.
Yeah, it's probably for the best. Also, let me see about dealing. Gotta figure out what to do about getting rid of the goat. Just kind of crawls himself into the other room. Home gets Roman's to his things and try and get the kettle going. But I wholeheartedly imagine he just sets up, I guess, what amounts to it's just a kettle with some water in it that he heats up himself with magic, because why not? Just a quite quiet a little flick of light.
There is a stove in that room, so.
Oh, good. Oh, then he lights the stove with magic. Look,
I just couldn't find an asset for it without having to buy one. I didn't feel like spending money.
no problem.
Landlord said I couldn't have a hot plate, so just holds the kettle on his upturned palm, heating it with fire magic.
It's like, yeah, those sort of installations cost money, and right now there's a lot of things to spend money on. I could just make my own. I'll just heat up my own kettle. I'm not that stuck up. So after a bit, kind of comes back with a couple of mugs from whatever you can scrounge around.
Yeah, much appreciated. She just downs it super quick. Well, I better get back to the bar. I know my dad wanted me to help with the stuff today, so I better head out.
Yeah, be sure to give your old man a how do you do for me. I'll probably be stepping in later. I just don't as soon as I'm over the hangover.
Yeah, good luck with that goat, so I honestly don't know what that's about, so.
Oh yeah,
hope you're not too hungover. As she struts off.
So after Merope leaves, on to the fourth order of business. He goes in, Victor will go in and check to see if the unholy sword is still where it should be.
It is. Untouched.
The goat ate it.
the goat's it's now a Baphomet. Don't worry about it.
Have the goat by the beard get in its face and yell, "Who sent you?"
It is still technically, whatchamacallit? What's the phrase? Not attuned to it. Well, you are attuned to it, but...
Yeah. But still, I'm still attuned and bound to me.
Bound to you, yeah. So you can summon it if you wanted to.
That's good. Good to note.
Looking out the window, though, you see a gentleman kind of like balancing up on that top of that roof on your house, like doing like some kung fu like meditation stuff on top of it.
Like a Karate Kid,
yeah,
like stats. There you go.
So there's just a man doing his
looks like an early morning workout. Like balancing on one foot on the like peak of the roof of his house. Yeah, kind of like doing the Tai Chi like movements on there.
Yeah, I used to know what I know what those are called. I just can't remember for the life of me. I used to do that when I was doing Taekwondo. Well, not on a roof, obviously. But the point is, though, Victor would just kind of stare for a minute, sip his coffee, like, shut. That seems. Wait, what? Wait a minute. Why do I care? I have a goat in my living room. Yeah, let's deal with that, then I will deal with Mister Mister Whatever outside and see what that's all about. So first order of business goes over to the goat. Kind of.
It has a lead on it that is tied to one of the posts in that room, so it's not going anywhere.
Yeah, but why? That's the problem. Why? Also, who is this? Who does this goat belong to? Did I buy a goat? Actually, come to think of it, I think that was third order of business. How much money do I still have left on me? Victor would actually be checking his how much gold he has.
Well, being a local hero, you were pretty much offered drinks for most places you went. You were actually 50 gold ahead of where you were last night.
Oh, that's always worrisome when you get blackout drunk and you have more money than you left the house with. It's like, what did I do?
Why can't I repeat this when I'm sober?
That's concerning. I mean, yay, happy, more money, but also exactly. Oh God, what I do? Oh God, so what did? I hope it's nothing I have to worry about later. So they were just trying to say, okay, little guy, but do I? Are you mine now, or do you go over and check to see kind of like a branding or some kind of tag on him, say who he belongs to?
That would be more investigation.
Yep, 19. Good roll.
Nothing you can see on it, unfortunately. Just the rope and lead tied to its neck, and that's about it.
Well, somebody has to know something, so I guess might as well take him for a walk. Got if there's anything I know about goats, and it's not much. Those things need space to roam. Wait a minute. So Victor very slowly thinking to himself, wait a minute. Don't I know somebody with a farm? That's right. I'll go take him to Indaris. He could use a goat.
Okay, so with that, we'll cut to, or unless you want to talk to the guy on the roof.
Yeah, Victor, while leading the goat over, would actually walk over to the guy on the roof, like, would kind of yell, "Hey, Master, what's his face? What you do? Why the whole roof routine?"
To maintain one's balance, you must keep your balance. Well, it's a good place to train up here. How are you doing, Mr. Victor?
That's strange. I don't recall ever meeting. I don't think we've ever. I don't recall us meeting unless it was last.
Yes,
night.
I suppose. Funny that we've never run into each other in 2 months. Suppose too busy up at the headquarters and all that.
So do you want to introduce yourself to me properly since we're both here? Or
As he kind of jumps
Maybe
down
like
and
the
lands next to
mystery.
you. Let me get this guy's name. There it is. Ta-da. As you can look at this guy up close, he's a half-elf. Basically, shakes his hand to you. Olav Arvidsson. Suppose you didn't get to work with me, went to Ingvar's brigade.
No, I don't recall it. I don't recall hearing about you. Sorry to say. Arvidsson. Nope, doesn't ring a bell. So,
You
who's
can
the- who's the
actually, I'll
local
let you do
hero?
an intelligence check for this one real quick.
Sure. 23.
I'm thinking a little bit more. You remember, he is the legate of the Libra Brigade, the kind of police force in the city.
Oh, that's why we haven't met. That's probably we met. You're the lady you're basically you're the head of the police force here, the lady of the uh God, so he just kind of stumbles around his words. Well, what's the name brigade? Leaf Brigade?
Libra, yes.
Libra. That
As he
was it.
kind of showed you his little badge that's got like the Libra constellation on it. So I heard you finish your contract. Any plans on what you're gonna do next?
Well, well, I actually got to draft a formal letter because I think because based upon me and my current company, I think we're gonna part ways from here. Much as army life is fulfilling, I I'd rather go back to freelancing.
Ah, yes. Well, I wish you luck in that. Well, I have to get back to my training. I have the day off, so I want to relax a little bit after this as he kind of jumps back on his roof.
No worries. Just don't let just let Ingvar know. I'd rather do that with a written letter and possibly in person.
Fair enough. Have a nice day. Suppose I'll be seeing more of you. We are neighbors after all.
But just kind of blinks and like just kind of takes that in for a minute. Oh god, I have to. Oh gods, I have to deal with this every morning. Okay, I'll off to see Darius with my goat.
At that point, let's do Mountain Blood. You wake up, you're lying on your kitchen dining room table. Got a splitting headache, and you don't remember what happened last night.
Oh, God. Oh. Wait a minute. How'd I get here? Is that part of a meal? Why am I in my kitchen? Whew. One hell of a party.
You obviously made it back home, but didn't make it to your bed or thought the table was your bed.
Let's see. I think I want to do just a quick investigation check just to see if there's anything else that has changed since the last I remember.
Okay, roll for it.
Let's see. Everything's so tiny right now. Okay. 20.
Other than maybe some minor stuff shuffling around from you coming home, nothing seems out of place.
Love it. Just making sure. I'll make sure there's no goat running around. I'll kind of shrug things off best I can and, straighten out the house quick and get ready for the day. Maybe meet up with Victor here in a little bit. And head out and stretch my legs.
So, Victor kind of doesn't live super far from you. You see, after a few minutes, you see him kind of walk by with a goat in tow.
Hey, Victor. Quick question. What's with the goat?
First off, not so loud. You see him, he's
Victor, you got
out
a
walking
goat?
the goat, still holding onto a mug of coffee.
Victor, you have a goat? I want to pet it.
I don't know. Yes, you can pet it.
Goat.
It's,
Why is it wet?
what do you mean? It's not wet. It's in my house. How can it be wet?
I don't know. You tell me.
I am not sober enough for this. Well, rather, I am too overly sober and it hurts. Come on, I'm gonna go see Andaris. I think he
That-
still lives out in the countryside. I'm pretty sure he can use company.
How well did you sleep? I woke up on my dining table, my kitchen table.
Oh, I wish. To be fair, I wish we were all that lucky. I woke up on the floor.
Ouch. Rough, rough night then.
Yeah. I don't know. It can't be that bad. Kind of passed the pouch of gold next to him. Apparently, it came out ahead.
How?
I don't know. It concerns me. It's it's a happy accident, but the fact it's still an accident is what's bothering me.
Well, maybe you solicited your services in some way, shape, or form. I don't know.
You
Who
can say
knows? It was a good time.
they- I would say so if I can remember anything.
Hmm.
Speaking of which, where's
Why is there a man on top of the house?
Yeah, you're too far away to see that.
Oh,
You're not
okay.
that close to each other.
Yeah.
Like this right here is Let me draw something in here.
I say it should have been stopped then. Should I be back there then?
Yeah, like right here is a big gap between where you are. I just didn't want to make a super huge map.
Oh, yeah. So I'm still within confines of my space, aren't I?
Yeah, you were more Victor. You were more closer to Mountain Blood's house.
Okay.
yeah, just driving down there real quick. I'm making notes so I don't forget later.
I thought they were all connected.
No, I think we're on different sides of this section of the city, if I recall correctly.
Yeah, I can't remember where I said you were, but you're about 5-minute walk from each other.
Just far enough away where I can shout at him.
Yeah, you were on your way, Victor. You were on your way to Andaris' farm outside of the city.
Yep. And while after meeting of Mount Blood, he would murder. Right, Lyric. Yeah, that was it. Where's Lyric? I didn't see her. I don't recall where we lost her somewhere in all this, or she's somewhere else.
Man,
I
I
actually
said
don't even know if she has someplace to stay outside the college.
that's right. You met with a lyric. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she was a bard. Just freshly graduated.
Yes, I can never forget a face like that.
Really, what does she look like?
I'm not going to tell you. You tell me.
A likely story, Mount Blood.
Yeah, I can't help it. I'm a sucker for a pretty face.
Anyway, let's. I guess we'll go see. We'll meet up for here on the way to Andaris, or maybe we get lucky.
Just like you and the goat.
Yeah, and meet and my new neighbor, I suppose too.
I'm just messing with you. I'm sure you didn't do the goat no harm, or vice versa.
I'm sure it's like I absolutely would hope I didn't do anybody harm because considering I'm living next door to the head of the town guard.
I mean, if everyone was having a good time, who's to know?
But it's not so much that, it's so much I don't need to be getting into trouble just so soon.
Mm, Don't worry, I won't tell anybody.
Yeah, that's probably for the best.
So is that a goat like your new familiar or something?
Mm, no, I just woke up with a goat in my house.
Okay,
I
whatever you
fa-
wish to believe.
just got takes a. I didn't do the ritual. I don't think I would do that drunk. That seems like a bad idea.
Yeah, I mean, we all do crazy stuff when we're beyond our own control after a few beverages aplenty.
Speaking of which, Malblood, are you still thinking about going home after all we've been through?
Uh, it still lingers, but you know, I don't know. I just need to get through whatever happened last night. get over that little hump first before I start thinking it's too early to be making decisions of that kind at this point.
That's fair. It's
So,
Victor would look over, briefly glance, try to figure out the time of day is, and try to avoid the big sunbeat, the big blessing of the gods.
Fortunately, that is on the other side of town compared to where you live.
Oh, good. So, don't want to accidentally blind myself and then this kind of stupor.
why did something happen? Did you, like, I don't know, have a dream of the future?
It's just, why
Came
would I
out
have a
of the
dream of the
blue.
future?
Oh, it's
I mean, yes, I did, but that's not the point. It's just a dream.
okay. It's just thought I would ask, and just
I mean,
we switched topics so quickly, it kind of threw me off.
it's like, cause I swear, sometimes I think you're telepathic, you just don't know it. Yes, I had none of those crazy dreams last night, but this tonight, I didn't say last night, rather, it was about you. Apparently, you had gone home, and I had paid you a visit somehow.
Really?
You were the head. You were the head of your own. Now, correct me. Is it tribe or clan from where you're from?
Clan.
Ah,
Preferably clan.
good. Just good to know. It's like I know. It's semantics. It's largely semantics, but it does matter. It matters to people.
Yeah.
Therefore, I should at least try to care.
I mean, now that you have my interest.
Yeah. Apparently, I visit this big longhouse, as it were, and we basically drunk, made merry, and talked about the old times. Well, the now times.
Hmm.
He seemed happy.
That's good to know that whatever happens up to that point, that I'm in a good place. So
Hopefully it comes true. I don't know. I don't place much stock in dreams. They're just dreams.
It's
so
like one of those late season Walking Dead flash forwards where you're all, happy and old, but then your actor wants off the show, so they kill you off anyway.
so wait. So does that mean if you get drunk in your dreams, you get drunk in real life?
No.
Aw.
I would not be waking up this much of a hangover if I did.
Aw.
I would still be at least a little bit. I'd be a little bit more pleasant.
So anyway, about this time in the conversation, you arrive at Andaris's cabin. What would you have been doing in this morning? Because you didn't really drink last night.
Yeah, just pretty standard stuff. His morning exercises, walking around, fixing the place up a little, cleaning.
Tend to some of the garden you have going.
Yep. He'd probably, when he hears them coming up the road, stick his head and, kind of lean out the kitchen window. Be like, there you both are. Kind of raises his hands,
Yep, you see Victor coming with that goat in hand.
just to kind of, give him a big smile, hold his, spread out hands upward to both of them, be like, you are both to be congratulated.
Once again, Victor will try and not yell. Like, jeez, could you not be so loud?
Of course, unnecessarily loud clap.
Victor will just wince heavily.
About that time, you hear the goat bleat out the typical goat kind of sound they make.
Yeah, kind of takes off his apron, hangs it over the window ledge, walks outside to greet them.
Yeah, Valbud, you might want to bring your token over here.
Oh, okay. I wasn't sure if we were like walking side by side at this point or not.
No, I think we are.
You stopped to pet a stray kitten.
Goat, goat. I will
So
call him Billy.
Yeah, there's just a token. There's a goat. I'll make one for it, official one for it later.
Okay.
So
Kinda-
apparently, I have a goat. Would you like, considering you're the only person I know who lives out in the countryside, would you like to have one?
He crouches down in front of the goat. You know, no sudden movements, so he's he's not trying to spook it or anything. He's gonna kind of slowly reach forward to hold its face in his hands, pull its
Give
lips
me
up
a
a little,
handle animal check
look at its teeth. Okay.
with advantage.
All right. Uh,
Andrews is a vet now.
uh, Jesus.
And just to clarify, this is a female goat.
Okay. Yeah, even with advantage, my abysmally shitty luck I had rolling on my Saturday game seems to be continuing forward into this one. Oh joy. And even though I sent multiple D20s to dice jail. So with advantage, that would be an 8.
Goat doesn't seem to get spooked, but it just looks like a goat. Clearly a goat.
Yeah, he just kind of, lightly pats the side of the face.
There is an animal pen at this farm, so you can keep it there.
Yeah, gives the lip on one side a gentle little push up to look at the teeth.
Okay, well,
Yep.
her
Gives
name
They're
is
goat
Billie
teeth.
Jean, then.
Yep, gives it a to see how it reacts.
Continues to chew on something.
All right.
Her name is Billie Jean, then, just to clarify.
May I make an Arcana check on the goat?
You're making an Arcana check on the goat, you said?
Yes.
Wouldn't that be something
Okay.
if it was a different being altogether?
Take no chances with mystery goats. Jesus fucking Christ.
Oh, God.
An 11, but only by virtue of I have a goddamn +8 in Arcana.
It's not a 1.
Yeah.
Nothing
Like-
magical
it's like-
about this goat.
Nods, straightens up, kind of pats the goat's neck and reaches for the lead. Be like, yeah, sure. If you've no place to to keep her, she can stay here.
It is a milkable goat, so you can get goat milk and goat butter and stuff out of it.
Excellent, because I have absolutely no place I have no place at home to keep this one. To keep it.
My parents told me I wasn't responsible enough for a pet.
You know, mine's too.
Cut to 3 days later, the goat's dead.
Oh God, it's dead.
Well, go to self. Neros can't keep a pet or a familiar. Just big bad idea.
Yep. Which side would the pen be on? Somewhere over here.
Yeah, about in that direction.
All right. He will walk her over yonder and get her situated.
So Victor would probably walk over and ask, "So what did happen last night?"
Oh,
Place to
as I said, you two are to be congratulated. Kind of puts a hand on his shoulder, and also Mountain Bloods if he followed, and just be like, you shoots a narrowed-eyed glance back and forth between the two of them. You two don't remember getting hitched last night?
you mean Victor and the goat, right?
No.
Wait.
Victor would put his arms on Andaris' shoulders, pull him in close, and just quietly, with as much as sternly as possible, Yeah, I think he would actually use. Actually, no, not yet. He would just get very close and just ask, "What?" This better be a joke, Endaris.
Um,
With a deception of 15, he is playing it completely straight.
I would like
Like-
it's
Yeah,
counter with
roll it. Insight.
I am gonna just
8.
check this real quick.
8.
I'm gonna try and counter this the best that I can. I swear to God. I want to know the whole story, juicy details, and all. Get me something good. Oh God, 3. Jesus.
That's a
So-
double fail.
Hey guys!
So you, as far as you can tell, Andaris is telling the truth.
We're just.
What did you do, Victor?
You, well, he kind of, looks bewildered, like, well, I guess I'll, fill you in on it. It's great because, he's normally the straight man, so you never expect the jokes from him. Lends them an air of believability. He's gonna be like, well, after you won, I believe, kind of, snaps his fingers, does the trying to remember names thing. After you won, Petunia here, I believe, in a game of cards, you and Mountain Blood were deep in your cups, as they say, and
If I could interject, there was probably a moment of of a crowd gathering around where they were going chug 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 chug, and it just flashes back as they're apparently doing handstands while drinking from a keg.
yes, that's
Something real stupid.
yes, you have more or less the right of it. You two were hanging on each other in the typical sort of drunken camaraderie. I love you. No, I love you, man.
No,
Sort of.
Don't. How? No.
And there was a passing cleric who offered to officiate, and on some
My eyes are getting wider as you're telling the story.
yes, on some flight of fancy, you decided to take him up on it.
I better be the one that wore the pants in this one then.
You want to give me a religion check? Victor
Yes.
and Mountain Blood?
Crap.
That's a net fail. That's a 5.
And-
It seems Roll20 is in on the joke and wants to punish us.
Oh God. 4. What the hell?
Yes.
Yes, as far as your knowledge, a random cleric can just announce. Both of you can just announce you as officially married now, with no paperwork or anything that needs to be filed.
I don't see a ring on my finger.
Wait a minute. Can Victor do a history check whether that's allowed within this country without any kind of official paperwork, or is it merely like is that just
Hands on under the table. thing.
he needs to know? He needs to know. Is this an official marriage or this is something that he need to know?
Unfortunately, with that one, I'm not going to allow that.
Look, is this?
Oh.
Do we get a tax break for this, or is this just in the eyes of the gods?
So Victor's just gonna go over to the side of your house and just start pounding his head against the door, against the wall.
That can't feel good with your headache.
Well, I think from last night, I think I may have made my decision on what I want to do here.
Oh, you'll be staying with us then?
Ah. Mhm. I think I think there might be time for break. Yep, time for break. I need to think things over. Recontemplate my life.
Yeah, I'm just gonna drop that in there. But
The goat just bleats out a typical goat bleat. Meh,
Shut up, you.
meh.
That's her. Well, since you're here, you may as well come on in and have some. At least take some water. Help.
No amount of water is gonna fix what happened. I need something strong now. I need to be in a. I need to be influenced in some way, shape, or form in order to recall exactly what happened. I think a drunk recollection may be in order.
Vader will stop pounding his head on the wall for just a brief moment, turn around, and like slowly turns. Are you saying we need to get just as blackout drunk to figure out what exactly happened?
I see
It
no flaws
can't
whatsoever
hurt.
with this methodology.
It can't hurt. I mean, we can't remember anything right now.
I mean, it's either that or Andaris is a thumb sucking liar. In which case, I would. Well, we're at his house, so if any amount of damage occurs will be on his property,
We will find out either way. If we
one way
play
or
it,
the other.
we will find out whether he be telling the truth or not in either circumstance.
Mountain Blood's like, it can't possibly hurt. Hard cut to 2 days later, we're all standing around his grave, weeping and gnashing our teeth. The his epitaph is like, Mountain Blood taken too soon by alcohol poisoning.
It's like honestly, I was expecting to get hit by a K card, just so I can tell people it was the drink that literally killed him. Of course, he had to take the boring route out.
And if it kills me, it kills me.
Like he died as he lived,
Doing what I do best.
drunk in a raged and drunken stupor. Anywho, jokes aside, can I get one more intelligence check to see if there's something? This is an incredibly stupid idea, just so he knows if he's gonna go through it or not. I want to see how on board Roll20 is with this.
Nat 1.
Sure. What are you trying to figure out?
Try to figure out, is this absolutely brain dead stupid to just get drunk again? Blackout drunk again just to figure out what happens.
Sure. Roll for an intelligence on that.
Yeah, no, Roll20's in on it. It's an 8.
That might work. It might not. You're not sure.
It doesn't sound like the worst idea you've ever heard.
Okay, so I'm then
Okay, yeah, it
Just
really
for-
is not the worst idea.
just for let's see. Then how about I do? What if I were to do a persuasion check on Victor just to see like if he would be along for the ride or not?
What if I were to do a persuasion check on Roll20 itself?
Like we should go with this plan and try and like persuade him. Or would that be more of a deception check?
What are you trying to do exactly again?
Just it's like just to kind of like be more of a nudge in order to put my plan into put my plan into place.
He wants me to he wants to help me get blackout drunk again and convince me it's a great idea.
Just to see if I score a little bit higher and then we go through with it.
Sure. Do a persuasion.
Persuasion. Swear to God. Fingers crossed. 11.
Okay, and then
Victor
what would that be to
Roll
roll
Insight.
against for Victor to make him do it?
Insight? No. What would be
Investigation? No.
Oh.
deception?
To make him do it, I'd
Yeah.
say it's a con check.
Yeah, that sounds good. Do a con check to see if you
Actually, for the persuasion and intelligence check.
intelligence. So yeah, we'll base it off his intelligence check. Yeah, with
If it was an intimidation, I would say it would be con, but since it's a persuasion, let's see if he can.
Oh, that
think
I
about
should have done.
this.
I should have done an intimidation. I would have had the advantage on that one.
Unfortunately, I got 16 in intelligence, so.
well, no, I'm gonna say it's based off that 8-year-old before.
Ooh, ooh. 'Cause I
So
can't
yeah,
counter it.
you didn't think it was a good idea, but upon Mountain's Blood interjection, yeah, maybe that does sound like the right way to go. As you're pondering that, you see both you see Lyric walking up with Taigeta from the Seven Sisters.
I'm not sure what the climate situation everywhere in the Empire is, and slash or if they trade with more tropical locales. But would citrus fruit be readily available in the
Yes.
capital?
Yes.
Okay, then while they were arguing,
You've been to the country the tropical country they do that trade with.
Well, I haven't looked at the trade manifest specifically. I don't know what the fucking fruit export Fui looks like,
The
but
GPS doesn't dictate this.
They only get it for 30 turns, though.
yeah, but yeah. While they were bickering over how belligerently drunk to get, he would have walked inside and come back out with a couple wooden mugs of basically just water with like half a lime squeezed into it and a little honey and like stirred up kind of thing, and hand one to each of them, be like, here, drink this.
Wait, what is this?
And then Victor was playing this old dwarf guy. They said they knew each other in cards, and he was out of money. So then he's like, "Well, I've got my wife. I mean, my goat to put up for you."
Oh.
So, did he win that hand too? Because he was apparently on a roll last night.
Yeah, he said the goat's name was Mary Poppins.
Mary Poppins.
Aha.
Oh, hey guys, how's it going?
I'm definitely since Victor would have overheard that. Okay? Now the thaumaturgy kicks in, and he just turns back to Andaris with a sickening shade of fire in his eyes, of green fire.
I just kind of look over at Victor and be like, "Are you thinking what I'm thinking?"
Actually, I think I am. Get him. So we're going to So Victor's idea is we're going to grab Andaris and just give him a swirly in Lyra's trowel.
Misty steps onto the roof.
Hey, buddy.
No, you don't.
Does anyone have a way to counter that?
Could I do a strength check to see if I can just simply grab under the roof and climb up it?
That would be more of an
Or is there-
athletics or acrobatics.
I'll do acrobatics. I mean, I'm proficient in both. I'll do athletics since I'm.
Victor's going to watch and just kind of pace around the house, waiting for him to come back down.
15 for athletics.
Yeah, you slowly make it up there, but enough time that Andaris is going to see it coming up.
Yeah, and just kind of, as he keeps going, kind of waves to get and Lyric be like, top of the morning, ladies, hops, with his own proficiency in acrobatics and his boots of stringing and spriting, just hops higher up onto the next level of roof.
Yep, because there is another level of roof right here. It just...
Yep.
I don't have the thing for it.
Darius, you have to come. It's like, again with thaumaturgy. Darius, you have to come down eventually.
Son of a- Let me
Just sits there tapping his foot.
I'll do an acrobatics check to see if I can get up there a little bit quicker. 21.
Yeah, you make it up a little quicker, but still not as fast as Andaris did. He's still going to see it coming.
Hold still.
Never.
You hear Tegeta going, "What did I miss?"
It's for you to know and for us to. It's for me
Nope.
to know and for you to find out.
Don't
later.
worry about it. We're just doing as friends and locals heroes do, and give our good buddy Andaris
An awful waffle.
yeah, that's it.
Hey, Andaris, why are the newlyweds bothering you?
Oh, drunken temperament. I make an acrobatics roll to try and do a sick running, diving, sliding kick between Mountain Blood's legs.
Okay, give me an acrobatics check.
What do I need to do to counter?
Nat 20.
Roll. What would be do a dexterity check to see if you can grab him.
Okay, dexterity.
Lyric's gonna
Damn it,
lean,
six. Damn it.
lean into Tagetta and be like, "Man, I was really upset that Victor wasn't single and with the big guy."
And it does a whoop, 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 whoop through his legs.
At that point, Victor, as he watches Andaris Kim slide through Mountain Blood,
Mhm.
Victor's just gonna do this. He's going to cast Expeditious Retreat, race right back around the front and get as close as he can, and try and use
Yes.
lightning lure to grab him.
Yes. This adventure is derailing quickly.
Yes. Let's see.
Is lightning lure a cantrip?
It is.
Alright.
And it would be an action, and Prestidigitation is a bonus action, so I can still do it in the same 6 seconds.
Sure. Roll the stats for that, or description for that move.
Yeah.
Lightning lure.
Just needs to be in 15 feet. I will yank him off this house, I swear.
Okay, so yeah, so make that strength save and roll
Still back here.
Alright,
roll damage because you are hitting him.
Yep.
Strength. What's the DC 15? Okay.
Fail.
Yeah, ignore the cast, because apparently that's what the auto add-in does.
Yeah, that'll be a 3 for a strength save.
Yeah.
So yeah, you are pulled to the ground. I'm gonna say doing that fall knocks you prone.
Yeah, he was like in the process of doing a sweet leap over Victor's head when the lightning lure goes straight up, wraps around the ankle, and pulls him just to belly flop onto the dirt.
Hey, buddy.
Family Guy
doing?
falls.
Oh.
Victor will then.
Lyric's gonna sigh and just kind of step off to the side for a second and do this. A loud boom rings out from her.
Oh, that's gonna be great for your headaches.
Jeez.
Mountain Blood speaking the language of the gods over here.
Pretty much.
So she moved away so that way nobody took any damage.
Yeah.
But that
How-
booms out for like 150 feet as it's loud, very loud.
Suppose there's no way
Wow.
to counter that, huh?
So
bring
yeah,
us
the two
down.
people that are hung over, their heads are ringing something fierce right now. You hear Taigeta going, "Oh, you could have warned me you were doing that."
Well,
Lyric, like our hands on her hips, just stares at everyone. Are we done yet, boys?
Madam,
if you're gonna do that again, yeah, we're done.
Well,
Madam, I have not yet begun to grab ass.
I got claps for days, okay?
I know. That's a cantrip. I'm well aware. Well,
Phrasing.
That's Mop. Here, mop.
All right, yeah.
Suppose there'd be no way to counter that, just to like shield my ears or anything in order to take less of an effect on that thunderclap.
Sort of having seen it coming and stuffed your fingers in your ears. Not really.
Nope, there is no counter to that one.
Damn. Like I could just like, oh crap, and laid down and still be on the roof to counter.
Kind of stands up, dusting grass off of himself. Be like, "Oh, please don't startle the goat."
Yeah, please, no.
Pop, there goes the goat, just dead.
Ghost is standing there chewing on grass.
Listen, how loud all of
It's
you
just
were
there.
last night. There's no way that goat is afraid of any type of noise.
That goat's seen some things, man.
Fair enough. How does kind of looks between Lyric and Tagata and be like, how does the morning find you?
Well, other than my ears are ringing a little bit, good.
Oh, here, Lyric, what's going on?
I've had better.
What's up, girl?
Well, how are all of you feeling?
Hungover, angry, distressed, more hungover.
You're
I don't
really
know.
lucky I was there to help you out with all your drinking. Kind of giggles.
Yeah. I wish. Thank you. I would say more, but I can't remember.
Well, I mean, you guys did drink like double what a normal person of all of your stature should be drinking.
You mean including me?
In my defense, I A, love to drink, and B, need to get back that tolerance again.
She's just gonna walk up right to Mountain Blood and Victor and just slap both of them in the back of the heads at the same time as she does this.
What's that?
Ow, but thank you.
And I will let hang. You're no longer hungover.
Oh, sweet relief.
I can hear the voices in my head again.
But they're all speaking French.
Never. I swear, I'll never drink this much again.
Victor, you say
You only
that
drank
every
that
time.
much because I cured your drunkenness a couple of times.
Victor, you say that every time, and you know what happens.
I know I lie to myself constantly. I'm well aware.
So Taigeta interjects. So
Another dry spell is probably in do order.
you hear Taigeta interrupt. So where'd my sister go last night? She never came home.
Merope?
in my
Oh yeah,
house.
she stayed in my place.
Oh,
Closer.
she kind of leans into you. You didn't do anything uncivilized with her, did you?
Fortunately, I'm not that much of a degenerate.
Yeah, after
Hard
all,
to say,
you and the big one are
unfortunately.
married now.
Mr. Freudian slip.
Unless Victor would break his oath to his new wife.
Hey, he was probably having a nice little bachelor party with the goat.
Well, crap. I swear to God, I will torch this entire town if I have to. Not going to, but I want to. But no, the joke is run spell. I'm done with it. But to answer your question, Tayana, no, I did not do anything dishonorable.
Well, obviously you're not hurt, so you didn't try anything. I was just messing with you.
So she's a fighter, huh? I keep that noted.
To be fair, if I did, I would have to contend with the fact of who is going to hurt me more, her or her father. I don't think I can win that bout.
All I can say is you'd
Assisted.
probably be chained up somewhere, outstretched in a not pleasurable like manner.
Either that or it's a crossbow wedding, in which case, no. I'm not ready to settle down.
Either way, I'd watch.
Yeah, I know you would. Jackass. Anyway, so now that I no longer have and the burden of a horrible nightmare curse lingering over my head every single moment, I do need to get back. I have a formal letter to write and to hand in. Unless anybody else has anything in particular they want to deal with on the way back.
Yeah, I can only hope that the goat's family members can read.
What was that, Mountain Blood?
I said, I just hope that the goat's family members can read when you send them the note. Sorry, I took your I took your girl.
Lyric, can I get another thunderclap, please? As he readies to cover his ears.
She'll reach out with her hand and does the Principal Skinner. The finger thing means the taxes to Victor. I don't do free requests.
That's okay. I have my own means, but they inevitably involve more damage.
If that means provoking the beloved Lyric, I will retract that statement.
There you go.
I mean, you could just give me more money not to do it.
I could, but I want to keep that saved for when I need to.
For 800 gold a month, I will stop.
So I remember hearing your Taigeta goes, you were gonna do asking for help at the Mages College. Are you guys gonna do that today then?
Yes, absolutely. Well, now that I'm no longer stupidly hungover, yes, I need to do that. Besides, me, Mount Blood, and Darius have business to talk and plans to make.
Yep.
So I'd say let's do that. Then we'll sit down and deal with affairs.
Yeah, you're gonna go help them out with that lyric there. I know they don't teach much bardic magic there at the college. It's more focused on at the Mages College. They teach them more where we were. They could probably use your help there, I'd say. Show those mages what true magic is, right?
I mean, I could, but, you know, it's always good to kind of learn and study up on anything that's magic.
I suppose Maya would say something like that too.
Victor would lean in and say, "Hey, there's no better education than first-hand instruction. Because you never know, you might pick up something brand new, or at least a story to tell."
True.
I absolutely would roll persuasion if I have to.
Yes. All magic is bard magic anyway.
Goat
Just
bleats out again.
Given
Bard.
that,
Bards just be
Given-
like, your spell is now ours by way of our actions.
the best blue mages. Anywho,
By the way, what is that goat's actual name?
I don't know.
I told you, it's Mary
Jean.
Poppins.
Billie Jean.
All right,
You got it
Mary
from-
Poppins
they
it is. Congratulations.
they got it
but-
They got it from some old dwarf guy.
Congratulations, Darius. You now own a goat named Mary Poppins.
Right now, its picture. It's got to be Yondu.
Yeah, I was about to say, like he'll come in your time of need, just as long as you say you need Mary Poppins, y'all.
You're gonna head to the college then?
Yeah, pretty much.
And you guys get close to town. You pass by one of the cemeteries that's outside the city walls. Everyone, give me a perception check, quick.
Oh boy.
Nat 20.
16.
Hold on.
And Skull, waiting on you.
Yep. Just getting it now. Perception. 8.
Yeah, Lyric. That's a cemetery, or yeah, cemetery.
That's where dead
Area.
people live.
Oh, the undead.
A Mountain Blood. You see a couple people. Looks like they're paying their respects to the graves there. Both Victor and Eris. You see a guy in a Minotaur helmet at one of the graves. Eris, you recognize that as Ingvar.
Yes, the mighty Manotaur.
Who seems to be wearing his helmet outside of the tower and stuff.
What was his official rank again?
Legate.
Legate. All right. Yeah, he'd kind of give a short, shrill little whistle and a wave, kind of. Hey, Legate.
He kind of sees you, kind of waves to you, and goes back to looking at the grave he's at.
Perhaps we'd best not disturb him.
You can give me a perception check again, everyone.
Everyone. I should just learn to leave my character sheet open at all times.
17.
That's a 4.
4.
Jeez.
Yay, we're matching.
Yeah, no one can make out the Lyric, Victor, and Skull Smasher, Mountain Blood. None of you can make out what the headstone says that he's by. And Darius, you get a decent enough look at it. It says the name, let me get sure I get this right here. Sonia Veldy on it. 980 to 995.
And is 95 the current year of our Lord?
1000.
Okay.
And you remember hearing that Ingvar is about 40-ish.
All right, so that could yeah, he's in the age range where that could literally be anyone. You know, mother, wife, daughter. Ugh.
15 years old.
Yeah. Oh, right, math. I was just thinking of his age, like, oh yeah, he's old enough that could be, but no, they're, yeah, probably,
Since Victor wasn't able to, he's just going to assume, oh, hey, he's probably paying respect to somebody. Better not get involved. That seems incredibly poor taste, even for him. And just keep walking on.
yeah, he's gonna kind of just somberly look on for a moment and then, yeah, continue.
You hear Taigeta kind of speak up. Oh yeah, supposedly is the anniversary of that day.
Dang, what day?
Day his daughter died.
Ew. Yikes. That's wait. Well, let me ask this. As kind of the subject, how did she pass?
I honestly don't know.
Yeah, that's not for me to pry or for me to get involved with. Yeah, I'm pretty sure the Leia needs time alone.
I think Daddy knows, but I never asked. It's like you said, it's not my business.
Yeah.
She's only a year younger than me when she died too, so
Did you know her?
didn't live no, I didn't know her. I was about 11 when she passed away.
Never an easy thing.
Yeah. Yeah. Like Victor's clearly doesn't want to actually think about it too much about mortality. So I'm guessing that's pretty much the mood killer that would as they
Yeah,
march
because
off
she
to college.
mentions it says because her dad used to be the legate of the group he's now in, so that she thinks that he joined the military slightly after she passed away.
Mm.
Hmm. Again, I don't got anything to follow it up with. It's just a grim topic.
Indeed, it is.
So how far away are we from the college?
Yeah, you're getting to town. It's let me pop over to the right map. Yeah, you came in about here. The right thing. You entered about right. Come on, there. The graveyard or the cemetery is about right there. So when you get about midway through town, Taigeta breaks off. Says, "Well, she's got to go work at the bar today, so she'll be seeing you around."
Yep, I told her we give her well wishes to her old man.
We'll see you later.
Yeah. So looking at the time, like, okay, so now we've jumped here. We need to let's see, what were we doing in the college again for? Oh, that's right, we're training dummies, aren't we?
Yeah, they said
So
Althea said to meet you around 1 o'clock,
yes.
Yeah.
and it's about
Which
12:30.
which one of those words did they emphasize more, training or dummies?
Ra-na-na-na-na-na.
Yeah, Victor's not going to respond to that. He's just going to walk towards the college. I'm just not having. Why?
You guys arrive at the college, bustling about there. It seems to be kind of like the break between classes. See a bunch of students going around, talking about the spell they starting to finally master, unlocking this ability, stuff like that. That they're getting better at versed with stuff. And you see Althea sitting kind of by the fountain at the center of the college, just kind of looking around, just sitting there, kind of twirling her sword around in her hand.
Victor would wave over.
She kind of sheathes it and walks up. Evening, or afternoon, gentlemen. Here to take me up on the offer to help with some combat training for the students today.
Yep.
Oh, why not?
Indeed.
Yeah. Helping the next generation is always a good idea. You never know when they're gonna need it.
Sounds good. Sounds good. We'll go to our practice area over this way. She kind of leads you through some of the areas and comes across this kind of little small looking building. Looks like it's built a little tougher than the other buildings. Kind of steel door in front of it. Well, this is the combat practice range. As she kind of opens the door, come on in.
Bitch just steps through and like, okay, paint me a picture. What does he see in the training room?
So basically, you just come into
everywhere.
this. Your eyes seem to taken aback by a second because you could have sworn this building wasn't this tall from the outside. As you open it up, the seems to be like 3 stories tall compared to just like a 1-story building, and it seems to stretch on for like 2-3 times as far as you thought it would. And you can see a bunch of like glyphs and wards kind of circling around the outside of it.
Is it bigger on the inside?
Yes, it is bigger on the inside.
They would just give that whistle of surprise, like, I
First
can't do
time
this.
in this room, huh? Yeah, the headmaster kind of created this room not too many years ago, Davhand. Pretty good with magic runes and stuff like that. It's one of the coolest places on this campus. You can basically shoot off spells here without it worrying about reaching the outside and damaging the city. So, you can do stuff with abandon here. It's quite fun.
Well, that does make sense. I mean, considering how many barely trained mages you got running around here, it definitely having some kind of buffer would be helpful.
You do see a pile of like training dummies kind of sitting in the corner, like ranges that are like archery ranges, but there's like magic spaces on it that they can like shoot your. Like you see a couple, they're just standing there shooting fire bolts at targets.
So about being trainers, I'm assuming they need some more live fire exercises to practice cantrips with.
Mm-hmm. Cantrips, whatever else we can work into the deal.
Other than the obvious of no bodily harm.
Well,
Are we
you
restricted
won't
in any other
be
way?
fighting the students. As she kind of snaps her fingers and a few of those dummies just kind of start appearing up in the center of the room.
What's wrong with the little live action like scenarios playing out if you can't make it real?
Well,
Whoa,
considering tuition is at stake out it's like and much more lives. I can fully understand that. This
They
wasn't
seem
quite
to be like
clear.
holding wooden swords and have kind of that. Have you ever seen that Japanese face that's made out of the symbols on it?
I think so, yeah.
They have faces like that on them.
Oh, okay. I think I know what you're talking about. Mhm.
Yeah, this was these dummies were made by one of our. Let me double check where this country is here just to make sure. Here's my notes.
Are the training dummies Mokujin?
Yeah, more east of Dragonsbane. He came from there as a mage to study here and created these dummies. I don't know where that face design came from, but he insisted on being there, so all of them have it. But students should be getting around any second now, so if you guys want to have a couple practice swings with those dummies, feel free to go ahead and get some practice in on them.
No problem. Definitely need to.
The one in front of you is Victor. That's actually Althea.
Oh,
I don't have a
Go
special.
straight for the teacher. Go straight for the teacher.
okay.
Not me, you idiot.
I'm sorry. Well, no. Let's not say that. That's incredibly rude.
Second, I gotta be right back, guys.
Yep. Take your time.
I forgot to pick something up while in town.
Yeah,
Got to pick up that 50 gold worth of diamond.
the sealed away training room just reminds me of you ever see on Mythbusters their secret gun range
Yep, I love that
location?
show. That was great. I love
Yeah.
that show.
Yeah, it's like here's the thing: incendiary rounds are illegal to fire off in California, so we're just gonna take a field trip, throw in the back of a van with a blindfold, drove for like 4 hours. He got out. It's like, where are we? It's like we're right here.
We are here. We're no
Yes.
longer where we once were, but we are here now. That's all that matters.
Oh,
Oh my god, I am savage.
Oh, hey, found Area 51. No, ma'am. This is Area 51A. Steps out of the way of the map. We are here. Or you are here. We are not.
Speaking of which, hey, Darius, would you happen to have a a, big chunk of diamond on you?
Oh,
Well,
sure.
that's-
I keep it right here in my my diamond pouch.
it's strapped right next to it, right up next to his thigh there, just in case.
Okay. So, dummies seem to be built out of wood and stuff like that, so they seem pretty sturdy. They could take a hit or two. Anyone wants to go and take a swing at them, you're welcome to.
We're not swingers. We don't swing that way.
Yeah. By the way, while you're away, I'm giving 50 gold to Andaris to borrow a diamond, just in case anything happens to it.
That was his sarcastic.
Oh.
Oh,
Well, then you don't get the 50 gold.
Yeah,
You get to keep it.
yeah. Him saying, "You believe he just has a diamond pouch?"
I don't know. You're a
keeps
wizard,
diamonds
man. You're a wizard. I don't know what you have for components. Magic components are weird, okay? Sometimes it's a pinch of fur, sometimes it's a 50 a gold coin diamond.
Was anyone gonna roll the hit on these dummies?
Yeah, Victor's gonna summon his axe and just roll and hit it a couple times.
I'd rather hit on something a little more lively, but that's just me.
It's practice stuff. Hey, it's meant
Oh,
it's meant to practice your technique and swings like
yes.
okay, just realize who I'm talking to.
Yeah, that'll hit.
Yeah, and
Right.
14 slashing.
Let's go. What do you know, dog? 21.
Yep, that'll hit to Skull Smasher.
Hell yeah.
yeah,
Excuse me, dog.
since they are made to withstand magic attacks more so, he's just gonna try and shocking grasp. One.
Want to roll the sheet for the
be,
description for that spell?
Spells. Nope. Damn it. I thought I had all my spells set to spell card. Output. Spell card. Yeah, there. But it was a 24 to hit.
Yep, that'll hit. So roll for damage.
Right. 7.
Okay. How many attacks do you have, Victor and Mountain Blood? 2 each, right?
Yep.
Yeah, go ahead and roll your second attacks.
Let's see.
17?
That'll hit.
Doink. 16.
That'll also hit.
And 11. Oh, whoops! I hit the. Oh, yeah. No, I had my warhammer. I hit the wrong one.
Yeah, 13 slashing for me on that dummy.
Okay. Are you wearing your armor, Victor?
Yes.
Okay. So will a 22 hit your AC?
Jesus.
Yes.
Okay. As the dummy takes a swing at you with its wooden sword, you take 6 non-lethal damage.
So I'm guessing it's one of those. These are animated dummies, not just not just
Okay.
ones that just spin around.
Yep. And Darius, how is a 21 to your AC?
He had not popped Blade Song yet, so yeah, that'll hit.
You take 4 non-lethal damage as you get smacked across the arm with a wooden sword from that guy.
Ow.
And a 15 to you, Mountain Blood.
That hits.
Yep. You take... what a shitty roll. Take 1 non-lethal damage.
Oh god, how devastating! Oh god.
Oh yeah, Althea yells out, they do kind of fight back. Probably should have told you that.
So, this is kind of off topic, but just so I know for future reference, when the person says non-lethal damage, would that be like under the temporary hit points, or would I still use that in the?
It still goes towards your HP, but if it drops to 0, you just go to unconscious without having to do death saving throws.
Okay, got it. I just haven't messed with that.
They won't kill you, but they can knock you out if you're not careful.
Yeah.
Ow.
Like I'm just trying to learn because I've only DM'd like 1 campaign myself, so I'm just trying to learn for future.
So yeah, if you would have had temporary hit points, it would have eaten those up. That still counts as damage, but it just can't kill you.
Gotcha. Okay, sounds good.
So if you get hit enough, you'll get knocked out, but you won't have any worry about dying. So
There's no permadeath in this one. So.
yes,
Okay.
they're training dummies. They're not supposed to kill you.
Gotcha. Sounds good.
But the students start, as you get those smacks, you see some students start to wander into the classroom. Ah, the students are here. Good, good. More. Hey, don't drag and drop. And Darius, you recognize most of these students you've seen around the school as regular students, but you also notice that Miles is amongst the group.
Kind of cordial wave to everyone, her in particular, gives a kind of, nods his head, the little 2-finger salute.
You hear him start mumbling. Are we really getting instructions from these guys? Wow, this is going to be an interesting course today. We're being trained by local heroes. This is awesome.
Mountain Blood kind of turns and like, how's it going, class?
As Althea kind of walks... That's what I wanted to do. Kind of walks in front of the class. Students, today we are going to be doing some practical applications of battle in magic and battle. I have lined up some bonus instructors to help me with that. If they would please introduce themselves. Points to you first, Victor.
Hello, I am Victor Felmont of the Cadence Brigade, and I am going here to show you about more to do with evocation and abjuration as my primary specialties.
Points over to Andaris.
Kind of steps forward, drawing his scimitar, which has some fancy new blue runes on the blade since the last time Vector saw it in action. Gives it a little flourish. I am Andaris, also late of His Majesty's Taurus Brigade. I am what we call in my country a blade singer.
Ender is doing that, and Mountain Blood's just kind of like, mocking him with a little hand gesture, like, look at me, I'm so fancy.
And Mr. Happy over here. Big guy. Can you introduce yourself?
Me? You can just call me Mountain Blood. I am more of the forward assault barbarian. Don't use magic at all at this point, but I'm more of a attack first, ask questions later.
So one of these students goes up. So you're the stupid one.
In a way, yes, but hey, I haven't died yet, so I always have a string of luck on my side. Sometimes you don't have to use magic in order to get where you need to be.
Yes. I would advise caution, young
Shut up.
sir. No, he's talking to the student, not Mountain Blood.
Yeah, Victor probably would inject it's like the ones sometimes the ones that get to live, the ones that are most successful coming are not necessarily the smartest.
Yes.
Just the sometimes they're just the boldest.
Some people think they can outsmart Mountain Blood. Maybe. Maybe. I have yet to see one who can outsmart Battle Axe.
Students get a chuckle from that. So, these people have actual battle experience. I have a little myself, but it's been a few while. So, students, what is the most important rule of any fight? They seem to, one of them murmurs up, to kill your opponent. She bumps up, not necessarily. Points to another student that has his hands up. What do you think it is? To not die? Also important, but not right.
Points to that one.
Points over to you guys. So, what is the number one you guys think is the number one rule of battle?
Ooh, me,
Oh.
me. I'm jumping up and down, just like ooh.
Points
right over
at
here.
the one who said don't die.
Ooh.
Oh, I'm very much with this young man. Survive by any means necessary.
Ooh. Me.
not-
I think I know this.
Yes?
One. Me.
Yeah, let's go with Mountain Blood. And Victor will answer last.
Mountain Blood, do you need to go to the little boy's room?
Later. What? May would be trying to outsmart your opponent, as long as you have the means smarts for it. Think a step ahead of your opponent. Anticipate their attack.
Also good. And what would you say, Victor?
If for no reason you cannot find a way to counter someone without battle, if you have to enter one, it means you must overpower and overtake your opponent as quickly and as efficiently as possible.
Like I do all the time, and I just kind of flex a little bit.
Victory often goes to the bravest, the craziest, and the boldest. Not
Which is
necessarily
me.
the most not necessarily the one that's the most skilled or the one that's most the one that's most educated.
He doesn't want to admit it, but that's me. Right here.
Yes,
Pointing
those
to
are
his-
all right in ways. So it's something that you always have to do. All those things are right. The one thing I always believe is the number one rule of battle is your opponent has the same goal as you are. Survive. And not to let them give any opportunity to make their goal better than your goal. Do not let them take you down. Do not give them the opportunity to strike back.
Also, yes.
There are many ways to do this. As you can be like Mountain Blood over there and just hit them with a big stick. You can use magic. You can wear big armor to keep them from hurting you. There is no wrong way to win a fight. If you come out alive and the other person is dead, you have won. There's nothing more to it. Now, we should do some practical applications. Mountain Blood, would you mind taking a swing at the big guy in front of you there?
Sure. Limber up a little bit.
as she kind of snaps her fingers. And this time the dummy seems to be, instead of just sitting there, seems to be more, like, alert.
So, I think I'll start by demonstrating by going into a rage first,
Okay.
and then striking with the warhammer that I had equipped. Single-handedly, by the way.
Okay. Unfortunately, that is going to miss.
Damn.
As it kind of parries your swing down at it.
Stand back in a little bit of shock, like.
You still get a second attack, so.
So, then I will strike again. Jesus, 12 again.
Yeah, that's gonna miss. As it also parries your attack.
Wow.
As it takes a swing at you. But this time, 13 to your AC?
That matches.
Matches?
Right on par. That's right on par.
Okay. As you kind of get hit with the sword again, you take 1 point of non-lethal damage. That would have been halved, but you can't have one, so. Because that would have been bludgeoning. See, now. When he first was testing them before you guys came in here, they weren't trying to parry him, so. Always be prepared for your enemy to get desperate if they get pushed into a corner.
Definitely wasn't ready for that, just so you know.
And Darius, you're more of a magic user. What can you say about using spells when in combat?
Well, be mindful of your environment. That's not specific to magic, but it also doesn't exclude it. Aim the lightning bolt at the one standing in water. Throw fire at the most flammable looking person in the room, etc. Also another general tip as far as staying alive and practical combat is concerned is that chivalry and fair fighting are fine ideals, but in actual warfare, when your life is at stake, don't be afraid to fight dirty.
Yeah, show us some of your spells here. What would if you can, what's the best way would you group up your enemies? Try to hit multiple ones at once? What would as this dummy kind of comes up on Victor as, say, your two friends are being assaulted by these guys here, and you have two more coming at you. You have just the opportunity to do something before they gang up on your friends. What would you do to turn this battle in your favor?
Well, I would. First of all, he gives another quick, almost imperceptibly fast little, flourish of his sword as he pops Blade Song on himself, just reaving himself in magic. And then I would kind of turns and snaps a hand in Victor's direction and lays a haste on him.
Supporting spells. Good choices. Give some of your better damage opportunity people a chance to attack more.
In the absence of large damaging, area of effect spells. Yes, support and laying ailments on one's foes can quickly turn the tide of battle.
I notice you have your friend over there. What's your specialty, ma'am? I'm not familiar with you. Aiming at you, Lyric.
Sorry about that. Lyric was sitting on the ground, cross-legged, listening to what everyone had to say. Oh, I'm sorry. Well, first of all, you were asking what the most important thing in battle is, and that's knowing your enemy. And then, I do magic too.
Would you care to demonstrate what you can do to our dummies here?
She kind of looks. Which ones are the dummies?
Yep,
Not me.
yep.
Not me.
The ones made out of wood.
Hmm. No, my magics really wouldn't do much to the wooden dummies. She kind of like looks toward the students. How about them? What can they do?
What can they do? So,
Oh.
as one basically says, I can do this, as he kind of shoots a fireball at this guy, a firebolt back at the one back there, as it narrowly zooms between Victor and the other dummy and squares it smack in the face.
Victor would just cock a hit to one side just to make sure he dodged. Make sure he dodges the trailing fire.
Lyric would just look at all of them. Can all of you do that?
I can do this. Another one of the students kind of shoots an Eldritch blast at the one over here.
Okay. So what I want all of you to do is, if you can you point all of one of your types of magic at one thing, like this one over here? Oh my God, roll 20, thank you. But before that, she kind of raises her hand in the air and snaps her fingers. Sound of silence.
It echoes.
She silences the whole group of mages. All right, if you can. She knows that they can't hear her. She kind of like ushers toward the dummies she pointed at to see if they can cast any magic.
Well, the one with the Eldritch blast does get that shot off. But none of the other ones seem to be able to do anything.
Yep, because anything that is verbal components, they cannot do. So if it requires it, it will not go off.
Give me a perception check. Everyone can.
Oh, okay.
Right? Yeah.
Hold on.
15.
Up to 9.
16.
You
So-
and Darius, you realized what Lyric was doing, so you were just kind of giggling to yourself.
There actually shouldn't be a spell save involved with silence. It just makes that whole area silenced.
Yeah, I know. He noticed what happened, so he was kind of laughing at it.
Okay.
But then all Lyric, Victor, and Mountain Blood, I didn't even try to cast a spell.
And
But all the
Lyric
students are
shot-
getting confused and looking around, except the one that shot the Eldritch blast.
Lyric will turn to him. See, I knew all of you could cast magics, and a lot of spells, especially offensive ones, require you to speak out loud in some way. So if you know what you're going up against, you can just make sure that doesn't happen.
Ah, very true. Don't ever give your enemies information that they. Oh yeah, can you drop that so they can hear that, please?
Yes, she dropped it. She dropped it when she started talking again.
Okay. So yeah, never let your opponent know what some of your abilities are. because they might use that information against you. Now, I suppose it didn't work with you over there because you're a warlock, so you can just shoot magic without incantations. That's warlocks can do that, right? If I'm remembering correct.
It just depends on the spell.
Yeah.
The
Yeah,
particular spell.
Yeah, it depends upon the spell. So let me see.
I was too lazy to look it up.
Yeah.
Eldritch
Don't know.
Blast.
ED.
So that Eldritch Blast wouldn't have gone off at all
Ah,
because it requires a verbal component.
yeah.
That's when Victor will pipe in. See,
So yeah, nothing would have gone off in that. So
so Victor, once the science spell goes down, we'll also point out that's excellent information. Information like, forewarned is forearmed, and forearmed as well gives you an advantage in combat. But there's one side note that hasn't been brought up. You're not going to know everything going into a fight. You should be paying attention. You should gather as much information as you can.
That's why
But-
the number 2 rule is be prepared for anything.
Exactly. Which is why I try and keep my Lantern Rebel magic a little bit diverse, just to keep people guessing. So, for example, Lyric, could you put that science spell back up for a second?
She looks at you and stares at at Mountain Blood as well. Just is like, no, because I had to fix you 2 dummies.
All right.
Maya
That's
kind of
how-
interjects. I can do that. Who do you want me to cast it on? Just you, Victor?
Yes.
Okay, she kind of casts silences cast on you.
Okay, so he faces the dummy.
Everyone, give me an Arcana check, quick. Let me check something. Wait, I don't have to. It's right there.
Hey, it's right here. 15.
13.
15. Yay.
Yeah, Lyric, you noticed that she didn't use the normal verbal stuff that spell would use when she's cast it.
She, Greg's like, oh, okay, I see. Yours is a little bit more skill. You don't have to speak out loud when you need to make a spell.
But yeah, anyways, you can't hear anything that's what's going on. It's like people are talking like the TV's muted. Victor, so what were you gonna show off here?
And so Victor was going to point out, like, just trying to cast a few components, like proving that yes, I can't cast any magic, right? And just a fair, and then he's going to face the dummy. Hey, and then he's going to do good old. And he's going to use his battle axe to do good old. Let's see, where are you? Not moving blade. I guess just goes off. Hey, here he's just going to use green flame blade.
Green Flame Blade also has verbal components.
It does not.
It does not. No.
Does it? No.
No. So he just twirls his axe around. It catches fire, and he just kind of goes in for a full slash. Of the
Okay,
dummy.
roll to hit.
Huh, weird. Mine is
17 to hit.
mismarked then. Let me fix that.
17 will hit.
So on top of the damage, which is doing it one-handed, so just to keep in mind. So 7 slashing. He will also take 1d8 fire damage as it sparks around. Additional 4 fire damage. And he wreathes himself in flame. So I think at this point the dummy would counterattack.
I mean, you've got.
Yep,
like,
it will make a swing at you.
Well, if you were only going to attack once, yeah. But
18 to
you
your
are-
AC.
But you are hasted, so you do still have like 2 attacks left in you if you want.
That's true. Yeah, because even though the cantrip is one action, it's a part of an attack. It is a part of an attack. So 18 does not beat his AC. And
So basically, you see this thing. You can tell it's just going to hit the harmless part of your arm as you just stare. You just watch it like slow-mo clang into your shoulder and bounce back. Kind of wobbles as it's being swung back from the hitting your armor.
Right. And then he just kind of gestures to lower the spell because I think the point's been proven.
As she kind of drops the spell.
Not every spell has the same requirements, and so while yes, the silent spell would normally have cut me off from a good amount of effects I could do, it doesn't cut off all of them. So there's nothing wrong with specializing a little bit. Just don't overdo it, otherwise you breed in weakness.
Yes, that's always something good to know. Does anyone have any questions for the instructors today then, for these people? One of that perks up. So what do you do if you're surrounded?
That's actually a very good question. Well, it depends on how you look at it. Either A, you're surrounded by a target-rich environment,
Yes.
or B, you're about to be completely flanked. In which case, if you yourself are surrounded, you're going to want to focus on a point and push your way out, because as much as anybody can tell you, as much as anyone will tell you that that you can just attack however you want, being flanked from all angles is a bad idea. You'll just get dogpiled into the ground if you're lucky. Never, if you can help it, never be surrounded.
Yes, if you're part of a group and you're being surrounded, you can stand in, back to back to face multiple angles and just try and hold them off as best you can, or all focus your attack on one point in the the circle surrounding you. Try and drive your way out, or if you have magic that can either reposition yourselves or your enemies, such as teleporting your way out, or
You mean like this? She uses Thunder Wave. The big thunderous boom comes out from her, and the air around her just gets pushed away.
Can I please just take a dodge, be a dodge action, because I just in preparation for that.
Yes, another thing is you can always Althea brings if you can't win a fight and you just need to run in is always an option. So you can always do something like this. She snaps her fingers. Victor, Andaris, and Mountain Blood make a wisdom save.
Ooh. Wisdom save.
That's
8.
4.
Let's see, wisdom 17.
Jesus, nice.
Okay, let me check with her. Have that in here. Ah, yeah, you just barely made that. As there's like a cube of the swirling weird patterns kind of forms around you guys. As both let's see here. Basically, just start to stand there and just stare at the Victor and Mountain start to stand there and stare, like drooling.
Like Homer Simpson thinking about donuts.
See, now as what we have here, we have incapacitated them. Although it appears to our friend Andaris there seems to have evaded my spell there. Good job on that.
Kind of waves.
Now, that's a good option here. So,
Lyric's gonna walk up to Victor and just make an illusion of writing something on it, and it's just on his forehead. It says "dummy."
everyone starts laughing. That even Althea gets a little. Okay. Focus. So yeah, we'd have two options here. Let's just say it was me versus these three. And I managed to incapacitate two of his friends here. What would be the best course of action you would say, students? One of the guys goes, well, focus all your attacks on him, right? Okay. Next one goes, well, I'd run because if I recall that's you can knock them out of that spell if I'm not mistaken, correct? Yes, so let's just say you're outnumbered. You stun his two friends. What would you do in this situation then, Andaris?
Points to the would the kid who said run have been the same kid before that said survive as the answer?
Well, the first one said fight the one guy that didn't get stunned.
No, I mean earlier when she was asking,
Yeah.
what's the point of battle?
Yeah, the one that said run was the one that said survive at all costs kind of thing.
Yeah, she would give him kind of the the little snap the finger and point, be like, I think our young friend here has the right of it again. When you're outnumbered, if you can cause a distraction or incapacitate your foes, then fleeing and seeking reinforcements is usually your best option. Although, if you're asking, were I in a position where I was unable to flee, just as a for instance, then yes, doing your best to focus your efforts on me while doing nothing to disturb either of them, shake them out of their days.
So, what would you do in this case then, Andaris? Saying your goal is to try to just say capture me for sake of easy purposes. How would you handle the situation then? Your two friends have been incapacitated.
Let's see.
So I just cast the spell. What is and you managed to evade it. What is your first course of action?
That one's her.
What was that?
No, I'm pretty sure this is the instructor here.
Yeah, this person right here is the instructor.
Oh, okay.
The dummies aren't part of this situation. It's just you three versus me.
Yeah. I was just confused which of the. I thought earlier when she had stepped aside that this faceless token was her, but if it's this one, then
Here, let's do this. Instructor.
oh, okay.
Forgot I could do that. I should have done that earlier.
That works. Well, he's like, since you're asking me in particular, you would just kind of run over and bring the sword to within like an inch of her throat and stop. Be like, yes, I would. My particular skill set does have some focus on laying waste to enemy spellcasters.
Ah, so
you wouldn't, in a practical, demonstration, you would not want to let me get in this close.
yes, that is very true. So you just leave your friends to sit there slack-jawed idiots then, huh?
Yeah, what specifically was it that she cast? Would he have
You can do an Arcana check to try to check that.
All right. 12.
What'd you say? Did you?
12.
12? Okay. Yeah, you think you've not seen this spell, but you think it's something that's called hypnotic pattern, if you recall from reading some of your other books.
Which would he know if that's a concentration spell or not?
Not with that roll.
Hmm. Well, yes, he'd be like, I'm making do with a bit of guesswork here, but seeing as how breaking your concentration may be the thing that frees them, going straight for you is a bit more economical than going back and forth between the two of them, trying to snap them out of it directly.
Yes, that would be an option in this situation. Is this? Yes, that is a concentration spell, as some of you do have a few of those. So now, say you kind of like hit me with the back of your sword just to kind of try to knock me out of my concentration. She's letting you hit her.
Heck yeah, I'm just double checking. Okay, no, the back of his scimitar is not, in fact, also sharp. Just wanted to double check that. Be like, backslashes are. Oh God, she's bleeding.
Because it's best to show through experience.
Yeah, he would.
So just basically roll to hit and just roll for damage, but don't.
Yeah, he would just give her a mild bonk. So let's see. To hit would be 21. And where are my d6s at? Damage, that would be 5.
As she kind of gets smacked, you see her the.
And also because Mage Slayer, when I damage a creature that's concentrating on a spell, that creature has disadvantage on the saving throw.
Okay then.
Maintains concentration.
Well, disadvantage didn't help because the first one was gonna fail anyways, but. And then the second was a nat 20, so it kind of hits. So, as basically Victor and Mountain Blood wake from their stupors, like blah, 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 pretty colors. What?
Can Victor make Arcana check to know what that was?
Yeah, go ahead.
Who in the right mind did that to us? I swear to God, I will stab them.
You basically know she cast a hypnotic pattern on you.
Victor's gonna make future know that. That's trouble. That's troubling for him.
Colors.
Yeah, Skull Smasher. You saw pretty lights, and then you went. The world went white for a second.
Oh God, I need to get better trained on this Arcana stuff.
Yeah, if you have a concentration spell, you don't want to get hit. You can lose the advantage you may have to that.
Yes. Fun addendum to that. If you have abilities that strike a target multiple times, all the better for breaking their concentration.
It was nice, Andaris. I could have done something to attack you back there, but I decided not to do it as she kind of launches a hellish rebuke at one of the dummies.
Oh, I'm sure you could have. This, were both of us fighting in earnest, this little demonstration might have gotten a bit too interesting.
Indeed, it could have. As you basically see her kind of force her palm and kind of... You see, like the air kind of distort. Go away, screen. Right here is a kind of like an explosion in the air, just kind of shatters those two dummies, kind of their arms off. And if you have to go all out and use up everything you can to survive, never feel bad about doing that.
Yes, as I said, the notion of a fair fight, with air quotes, is a myth. So long as you're able to go home to your loved ones, kick, scratch, bite, gouge eyes, throw sand, whatever you have to do.
Use meat shields, yes. All accurate things to get you out of this alive. Because, like I said at the beginning, your foe will try to do the same. Do not let them.
Only the strongest will survive.
So, any more questions from the class then? one of the guys goes to them. So how many people have you killed?
Enough.
Hey, hold on. Is it said to all of us or just Emma and Blood?
Everyone.
And who's the kid asking?
He's asking everyone.
No. Who's specific kid is who specifically asked the question?
Fucking Melvin over here.
Yeah, that guy.
They're just gonna walk up right next to him, kind of look down.
I'm gonna be right up in there too, just because I feel as though I need to assert my intimidation dominance.
Are you T-posing to assert your dominance?
Yes.
And
I will support my partner. Thank you very much.
Hardy hard.
As he kind of gets taken aback by you getting that close to his
Gonna
face.
look down and say, more people than you ever will meet.
Basically,
He's not lying. He
you
is very
hear
much
Althea
intimidated.
go up. Yeah, I pray that you never have to take another life in any kind of way, shape, or form.
But I said, just as soon as he does that, he just kind of steps back, like, I'm only paid to do what I have to do.
Lyric's just gonna walk up and start to twist Victor's ear. That's not anything to be proud of, killing people.
I said I only kill when I am paid to do so, not when not because I love it or anything.
Being paid for it is bad too.
Hey, and I just kind of look over at Lyric and be like, "Hey, we had to kill in order to survive. Otherwise,
There's a difference
we all
between
wouldn't
that
be
and taking
standing
money
here.
for it.
We all wouldn't be
There's
standing
also
here."
there's also a difference between fighting for those who fight for home and country, and let me just put it this way: the graves of many a field are filled with would-be heroes. Usually, those who get to go home alive, rarely live up to the hype.
Yeah.
They're just
Andaris.
the lucky ones who lived.
Yeah. Andaris's response to that question had been kind of a somber, too many, as he sheathed his blade and he's gonna walk over and not in an intimidating way, just earnestly look each student in the eye in turn. Been like, make no mistake, justified or not, the taking of a life changes you unavoidably.
After
It
shaking Larry and Victor just be nodding in the background.
It's like,
Okay then, everyone. So the Althea perks up. Well, time to get some practice on some of the dummies yourself. So she kind of snaps her fingers and they kind of all line up. Plus a couple more show up for each of the students. So, students, pick a dummy and have at it.
I was hoping.
If you have any questions from these gentlemen, I'm pretty sure they will stick around to watch and maybe give pointers if they see anything. And I need some stuff I have to discuss with them. As the students kind of wander off.
I was hoping to add a little something, towards the end there.
Go ahead, you can say it.
I was pointing at Lyric. It's like, no matter what you said, it's like you might be cute and everything, but sometimes you got to do what you got to do in order to survive. Regardless, killing somebody is not in the best interest of anyone. But hey, you got to do what you got to do, whether you're contracted or not, whether it's for earning money or in order to say I survived from being killed. Like, still, you're adorable and I adore you, but still, you'll learn that over time, I'm sure.
She'll look up the mountain blood, tap her chin. Man, am I really glad I'm coming with you guys. I'm gonna prevent so many murders.
Yeah, you say that now. Anyway, Victor returned back to Aletha. Sorry for a little bit heavy-handed at the end.
We would be delighted to have you if you are so inclined.
So she goes, yeah, I believe I did promise to pay you guys for this, so... She kind of hands a sack of gold Should be enough for. Well, I wasn't expecting you, but I feel like I should pay you because you did help. 500 for each of you in here.
Hell yeah. I feel another good night at the bar.
Nah, I'm good. I need
Don't you even
not right now. We
Just-
just got through a pub crawl, man.
The night continues on. It's like we didn't have to risk our lives over anything.
Yeah, just look,
Up.
look. As much as I like drinking, all things in moderation.
Granted, I know you walked out of your house with a goat, but I just kind of lean right up to Victor and be like, I'm pretty sure you could have done better. Just saying.
Hardy har har.
So, Liv, what are you doing later?
So she goes, well, do you guys mind sticking around giving some pointers to them as they're fighting these dummies?
Yes, we can keep an eye on proceedings. Would any of them be letting loose with anything higher level than cantrips at any of the dummies?
As you say that, you hear a loud crashing sound as the one that's Maya was working on is just totally blown to pieces.
Well, that's how you take care of somebody right there.
I guess yes. As Maya goes, well, I guess I overdid that. Sorry.
Nothing to be ashamed of. Just as long as you hit the target, and nobody else of consequence got hit.
As you hear you saying that, you see that one student. They ask how many people you've killed. Just yells, "Ah, son of a bitch!" as he gets cracked right over the head with one of the straight sword training dummies. And I think that's where we're gonna call this session for the day.